Teacher shot by her first grade student takes the stand.
I thought I was dying.
Then, what a ride.
This is a rough flight.
President Trump's flight on Air Force One hits major turbulence.
What a rough ride this is.
And exclusive, TV's The Bachelor, falsely accused of fathering twins by this woman.
You're hurting me!
Now he's speaking out.
She was just taking medications in order to appear bloated.
Was he the only one scammed?
I'm dealing with the most crazy individual.
Plus, death by margarita.
The mom who became violently ill after sipping a margarita.
She said there was something in my drink, my mouth's on fire, and I'm not okay.
What was in the margarita? And exploding mattresses. Airtight and sealed for easy delivery. But what happens when you unwrap them?
Did it hurt?
Then, Sydney Sweeney's most daring dress yet. And Grabby Dad taking all the candy.
I see you. Can you not be greedy? Leave some for other kids? Thank you.
Halloween trick-or-treating, do's and don'ts.
The proper Halloween etiquette every parent and kid should know.
Thank you.
Now, Inside Edition with Eva Pilgrim.
Hello and thanks for joining us. She thought she was dying. Emotional testimony today from the teacher who was shot by one of her first grade students. As Les Trent reports, with the bullet still lodged in her chest, she took the stand, taking the courtroom through what happened.
The teacher shot by a 6-year-old student takes the stand today and relives her ordeal.
I thought I was dying.
Abby Werner told the jury that she thought this was the end when she was shot. She was on her way to heaven.
My next memory is I see two coworkers around me and I process that I'm hurt and they're putting pressure on where I'm hurt.
The teacher's testimony comes one day after chilling police body cam video was played in the Virginia courtroom. The bullet passed through Abby's hand and lodged in her chest, where it remains to this day. She said 2 days before she was shot, she had a nasty encounter with the student.
He slammed my phone to the ground.
And it broke the screen protector.
Yes.
The teacher said the student was suspended for a day. She says the student and his mother apologized for slamming the phone, and he was allowed to return to school. That's when he shot her.
Is that why you lifted your hand? Did you know it was about to happen?
Yes.
28-year-old Abby is suing the former assistant principal of her school. Ebony Parker allegedly failed to act after 4 different people went to her with concerns that the student had brought this gun to school. The police body cam video shows Parker in the school office right after the shooting. Attorneys for the assistant principal questioned whether Abby was really as badly hurt in the shooting as she claims. They point to a Taylor Swift concert Abby attended in Philadelphia.
That was a few months after the tragic shooting, correct?
Around summertime of 2023, I remember. Yes.
The lawyer representing the former assistant principal says there was no way for her to have foreseen the 6-year-old bringing a gun to school. Even Air Force One isn't immune to turbulence. President Trump was talking to reporters on his way home from Asia when he says it became a rough ride.
It's a bumpy ride aboard Air Force One.
I must tell you, this is a rough flight.
The president jostled about by extreme turbulence.
What a rough ride this is.
It happened as Trump was returning from his trip to Asia in the skies over the Pacific. He walked to the back of the plane to speak with the reporters traveling with him when Air Force One started to shake violently.
The interviews are tough enough without your life being threatened. You guys okay? The camera guy's very steady. We're going to look real bad today on television, I'll tell you.
The turbulence didn't seem to bother Trump. He cracked wise as the plane shook.
These are tough conditions for interviews. They're going to be watching Trump. They're going to say, he didn't look too good. He's got the shakes. I don't have the shakes, but people are going to think I do.
And while the president got bumped around, it was nothing like this. These storm researchers are flying right into the eye of Hurricane Melissa as it pummeled Jamaica. The just posted video shows the hurricane hunters on a mission to collect storm data, then turning around because the turbulence was too strong. He handed out brought roses on TV's The Bachelor. Now he's back on TV telling Inside Edition he was targeted in a scam. A woman falsely claimed he got her pregnant with twins. And as Jim Murray reports, he may not be the only victim.
The Bachelor's Clayton Echard made TV history when he became the first ever Bachelor rejected at the final rose ceremony.
I don't think that I'm your person.
Now a new turn in the life of the TV personality, and it's something he never expected. He had a brief romantic encounter with this woman, who he says later tried to destroy him.
I'm dealing with the most crazy individual I've ever met in my life.
My name is Laura Owens.
Laura Owens is a real estate investor with a talent for public speaking. Clayton is also in real estate in Arizona. Did she know you from The Bachelor?
Yes, she was very flirtatious. She had sent me a provocative photo.
Clayton says they had a fling after she reached out to him to buy a house he was selling.
I told her that hey, last night was a mistake. I shouldn't have crossed that professional boundary.
Clayton says 11 days later, Laura Owens sent him a shocking email claiming she was pregnant with his baby. Then she slapped him with a paternity suit, alleging she was having his twins.
I knew that we didn't have sex.
She shows you this, which she says is an ultrasound of your baby.
Yes, that's correct.
Clayton says it was nonstop. Owens bombarded him with ultrasounds, which he says are fake. He says she even made herself look pregnant in this video.
She was just taking medications in order to appear bloated.
Clayton demanded a paternity test. 5 months later, Laura Owens complied. He revealed the test results on Instagram, which he says proved his case.
Thankfully, 5 months of torture can finally be put to rest. She wasn't pregnant at all.
The case went to court, and Owens continued to stick to her story.
I had very bad morning sickness and nausea.
Owens was now saying she had suffered a miscarriage and wanted the paternity suit dropped. But then came a jaw-dropping turn.
Laura, Scottsdale Police.
An early morning police raid at Laura Owens' house.
No!
Laura,
As cops lead her away, she has a meltdown. Cops serve a search warrant for a new criminal case that alleges Owens committed fraud and perjury in her paternity suit against Clayton.
You guys don't understand!
Now these two men have reached out to Clayton saying it happened to them too. They say that Laura Owens had also falsely accused them of impregnating her with twins.
We ask that you keep us in our thoughts and prayers.
Attorney Rachel Juarez from the court TV show Hot Bench represents Michael Marachi.
It seems like this is really a pattern of fraud that's going on. There are a number of men that she has alleged to have gotten her pregnant, and there's never been a baby that has come out of any of these pregnancies.
Today, TV's former Bachelor has this warning.
She's still, probably looking for her next victim.
Laura Owens is facing 7 felony charges. She has pleaded not guilty. Her paternity case was thrown out by a judge who ruled she, quote, knowingly presented a false claim. Her mouth was on fire. That's what a mother is saying about her daughter after she drank a margarita while out at a Mexican restaurant. So what was in the margarita? Here's Allison Hall.
Holly Hill was a beloved middle school teacher and a mother of 3, but a Valentine's Day date with her husband, Brandon, turned tragic in a shockingly unexpected way. She ordered a margarita at this Mexican restaurant near her home in Oklahoma. After just 1 sip, she ran to the bathroom and called her mom.
She immediately called me from the bathroom and told me that she needed to go to the emergency room.
What was she telling you?
She said there was something in my drink, my mouth's on fire, and I'm not okay.
At first, doctors thought Holly had simply sipped a margarita that was too spicy. But when her condition got worse, she received a shocking text from the restaurant manager. Somehow, Holly's margarita had been mixed with industrial oven cleaner. The brand name is Glitter. It's a grill, oven, and deep fryer cleaner. And look at the warning label, corrosive. A scan showed Holly had catastrophic internal injuries.
The GI doctor said that her esophagus looked like hamburger meat, that the chemical had ate part of her esophagus.
Brave Holly kept a heart-wrenching video diary of her struggle to stay alive. She couldn't eat and was forced to use feeding tubes for sustenance. But after 2.5 agonizing years and more than 60 surgeries, Holly lost her battle.
She was gasping for air and flailing her arms around, and she said, Mom, I'm dying, and I need you to know that I love y'all. I really did not think that she was going to die.
How Holly's margarita came to be mixed with a toxic cleaning fluid remains a mystery. The restaurant says everyone was deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Holly Hill. The individuals involved in that incident were terminated.
I would like to see criminal charges, and I think they need to be held accountable.
A criminal probe has been launched into how Holly was served that deadly margarita. Country star and American Idol judge Luke Bryan is revealing his sister died of a phenomenon called sudden death syndrome. Now, you've probably heard of sudden infant death syndrome, but in adults?
Country star Luke Bryan is opening up for the first time about the sudden death of his sister Kelly, who dropped dead at age 39.
There is a very, very small percentage of people that die for no reason in the world. And it's called sudden death syndrome. And that's essentially what they described my sister's death as.
Bryan opened up to Anderson Cooper on his CNN podcast, All There Is, where he talks to celebrities about losing loved ones.
She was in her home doing her laundry, and it was, Anderson, it was like, somebody just turned the switch off on her. It was just tragic beyond words.
Dr. Joseph Scott Morgan says sudden death syndrome is extremely rare, as few as 1 in every 200,000 deaths.
It comes right out of the blue. Families have no expectation that this is going to occur. You can just be going about your normal, everyday life, and suddenly you have a loved one that has dropped dead.
Kelly died in 2007, but it's only now that Luke, who's a judge on American Idol, says he's able to talk about her death.
You can't really conceptualize someone that was 5'11", 130 pounds, healthy as a horse, and she's just gone.
And some bombshell royal family news. Buckingham Palace announced today that Prince Andrew has been stripped of his title and has been told to move out of his Windsor mansion. It comes after he was unable to distance himself from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Instead of Prince Andrew, he'll now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Tomorrow is Halloween, and 41 million kids plan on going trick-or-treating. But before you help your little ones get in their costumes to collect candy, there are some do's and don'ts. Stephen Fabian has what you need to know.
Are you trick-or-treating all wrong? Trick-or-treating has been going on for generations, but there are some Halloween do's and don'ts you may not be aware of. We enlisted the help of Thomas Farley, better known as Mr. Manners.
Their costumes may be scary, but their manners shouldn't be.
That's right, mind your manners. Not like these guys grabbing all the Halloween candy. This dad, taking fistfuls, is called out by the homeowner through the doorbell cam.
Can you not be greedy and rude and leave some for other kids?
You want to make sure you're only taking one unless you're instructed otherwise. So don't go in and grab a whole fistful. We want to leave some for the other children who are going to be coming after you.
Instead of a treat, this little girl feels tricked.
What did you get?
A banana.
What?
A banana.
Well, that's good. It means you can have a yummy banana. It may be that the candy they have at this particular house is not candy that you like. You simply say, thank you. You don't say, I don't like that candy.
When I was a kid, you'd go up to certain homes and the lights are off.
If the lights are off, that means this house is a place to skip.
And what time does trick-or-treating end?
If the house is playing Halloween music with skeletons out front, lights fully on, it's a safe bet you can go there, but otherwise, hang it up around 9 o'clock for sure.
What are some tips that you tell your boys when you take them out trick-or-treating?
So I make sure I let them know that it's important to walk along the paths, up the driveway, not all over the flowers of your neighbors. I also like to remind them that we're not banging on the door. We're just respectfully knocking, or one ding-dong's enough.
We'll be back with much more Inside Edition after this.
Next, exploding mattresses. Airtight and sealed for easy delivery. But what happens when you unwrap them?
Did it hurt?
Then, Sydney Sweeney's most daring dress yet. Inside Edition with Eva Pilgrim will be right back.
social media, people are going flying when they open those vacuum-sealed mattresses they order online. Here's how to avoid going airborne. Your new mattress has finally arrived. You can't wait to open it. Then this happens. Whacked right in the kisser. It's all over social media. Hey, watch out, kids. It's a far cry from how we're used to getting a new mattress. A couple of guys carrying it into your home and putting it on the bed frame. Now, after being compressed at the factory, it comes off the conveyor belt like a Tootsie Roll. Jaden King and her boyfriend, Michael Bevers, were excited to get their new mattress. And they, too, were in for quite a surprise.
I understood from the way that it was tightly packed that it would have to expand a bit, but I thought it was one of those mattresses where once you cut it open, it stays thin and then expands slowly.
Did it hurt?
No, it did not hurt at all.
We went to a bedding shop in Parsippany, New Jersey. Turns out there's a correct way of unwrapping your new mattress and avoid getting smashed in the face.
Stand back when you open
Stand
it.
back and break the seal. And it's just going to expand. When it's rolled up and you break the seal, that's when it's going to explode out.
Now that's news you can use.
I'm very grateful that I didn't get injured.
A recent poll found more than 54% of mattress shoppers buy them in a box online rather than going to a store. So comes Sydney Sweeney's most daring look yet. Finally, brave or scaredy pants?
She's not afraid of that creepy Halloween display. Never mind.
Who's scared? We'll see you next time.